Hi everyone, good day. So for today's video, I'm going to share to you Philippine history. So let's proceed. So let's start in let's start in 1899 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. In my opinion, the Malolos Constitution of 1899 is extremely significant to the Republic of Philippines because it provides the country with the freedom that it deserves. It is proof that the Philippines is a democratic country that is no longer a slave to any foreign power. That we have a constitution that was written exclusively for us and will remain so. The diverse power of the state as a sovereign country were also highlighted in this constitution. So the next one is the history of the Philippine Islands. There are folktales and myths that surrounds the history of the Philippine Island. One of the most famous of them is the belief that our country, as we know, it was formed due to a dispute between two giants named Anggalo and Angarab. Their fight that lasted a couple of days gave birth to the islands consisting the country. On the other hand, the scientific explanation would be going back about 60 million years ago. When the first Philippine island appeared, okay, so it was explained that 60 million years ago, the Philippine island appeared. So the next one is the Manonggol jar. The Manonggol jar exemplifies our inventiveness. I appreciate how it's made of natural resources and how our forebears used the tools and knowledge that they had at that time to develop a sophisticated yet durable material. To be honest, I find it quite fascinating. So the next one is the Laguna Copper Plate. Laguna de Bay is a Philippine province located southeast of Manila. It was here that the Laguna Copper Plate was discovered. A sheet of metal with writings on it, and it was uncovered. It is thought to be the Philippines' first known example of written literature. So the phrases are etched directly onto the copper plate, and the inscription is made of copper. As I grew older, I began to read a variety of different genres of novels as well as poetry. There were others that compelled me to learn because of curiosity and interest. So the next one is the Juris of the Katipunan. Filipinos wanted to reform Spanish rule, formed a covert society based on Masonic rites and ideals in 1892 to plot armed resistance and murder. With a president and cabinet, it served as a de facto Philippine government. When Andres Bonifacio took over as a leader of the organization, it became significantly more aggressive. To be free of all types of captivity is the most important thing. We also have the right to speak and express ourselves as humans. So, after that, we will proceed to Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence. So, countries from all over the world vied for our attention, boasting that we were bigger, stronger, and more powerful than they were. This happened earlier when Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, and a few other Filipinos struggled for our independence. It is not only required for a country to be free, but it is also necessary for a person to be free. Being self-sufficient has several benefits, one of which is the potential to create healthier, longer-lasting relationships with those around you. So the next one is the 16th to 18th century of Philippines. So the Philippines was diverse and rich in cultures and traditions during the 16th to 18th century. These notions were used by our forefathers to express respect, communicate, and memorialize events. Each country's culture and customs are significant in and of themselves. Cultural heritage, such as cultural sites, historic buildings, monuments, shrines, and cultural and historical landmarks, contribute to our collective identity by providing a complete framework for the preservation of cultural heritage, intercultural understanding, and mutual respect for other ways of life are aided by understanding the intangible cultural past of many societies. To put in another way, safeguarding is considered with the methods of transferring or exchanging intangible cultural property from one generation to the next. So the next is after 16th and 18th century, let's go to 19th century Philippines. So war is never good and peace is never bad, according to an old proverb. In the history of the Philippines, the 19th century was marked by war. The Spaniards have invaded our land with the intention of conquering it and eradicating the features that define us as Filipinos, by forcing us to submit to their will and turning us into servants and puppets. There have been attempts to remove it, but none have been succeeded without a great deal of death. As a result, permanent peace appears to be a pipe dream. We must pay tribute to and respect our dead heroes while safeguarding the freedom for which they sacrificed their lives. While we cannot be kind to those who have died, we may honor their memory and carry out their wishes. So, let's proceed to Philippine Revolution during 1892. So, the Philippines had a revolution. The Katabaneros and other Filipinos formed an organization in order to oppose the Spaniards. An underground armed resistance movement was formed to plot the Spaniards' downfall. Our forefathers banded together and risked their lives for our liberty. Comprehension the connections between the past and present is crucial for a thorough understanding of the human experience. In a nutshell, this is why history is important. So, this is all for today's video. So, see you in my next video.